universalautomation.org, it's about sharing a technology, a shared runtime execution engine.
We call it a game change in the automation because we have first one technology which is based on the IEC61499, which is the standard which aims at decoupling hardware and software.
Hardware itself is becoming very, very performant in terms of processing and CPU power, and the future is more and more about software.
This approach is really a winning approach because it's very, very flexible. You develop the application once and you can reuse in each different configuration.
That's exactly what Universal Automation and 61499 enables, because it brings a new formalism for developing software, which is object-oriented in nature, and which allows deployment over distributed hardware for the actual final control system. So let's say that it's a marriage made in heaven.
So if I want to make more conscious decisions based on my business data, which also come from the automation level, I need universal automation to get this data in an efficient way and with the right engineering efforts on the level when I can do and run the analytics.
Offers are available, not just from Schneider Electric with EcoStruxure Automation Expert, but also from Advantech, from Stahl, from ESA in Italy, and from other companies.
Advantech is growing really, really fast. And I believe if you want to keep on growing in the next future, you need to be able to innovate. And when I see universal automation approach, it is exactly the way of innovation we need to go with.
Most of our customers from process automation are pretty conservative, so never change a running system. But now we see a new generation coming up, what is used to new technologies, and they are open to test, to try these new functionalities. And I think most of them pretty well understand the advantages on this. I'm doing this now for 20 years, and I think over the years, this is the most exciting changes.
And from my experience, I see that in the IT, for example, there has been a big revolution. And I expect the same in automation. I don't know when it will happen. Probably takes a little bit of time, but probably a revolution will come.
Good morning, good afternoon, everybody, wherever you are placed on the earth. My name is Greg Bucco. I'm the Chief Marketing Officer for universalautomation.org, and I'm happy to welcome you to this second session of the LinkedIn Live on UAO Goes Live. If you remember, the first session was dedicated to an introduction to what is universalautomation.org. And today we have the opportunity and the chance to welcome one of our members, which is Renato, who is Renato from the company Aimirim. And Renato will discuss with us, will disclose us a bit more about some use cases he's been doing, some projects using the technology. So I'm happy to welcome on stage Renato Pacheco. Renato?
Hi, everyone. How are you?
Hi. Doing good.
Hi.
I will just take you on the stage, and the floor is yours now. You can go on with the presentation.
So it's a pleasure to be here with you all, guys. So I would like to present something about our startup company based in Brazil. Our startup is Aimirim, and we have several projects running with 61499 that I would like to show to you. So first, we would like to present our company, which is full of young talents because we are a startup and we are committed to our ideal of making the impossible turn it into possible, because it seems to be impossible to do this kind of transformation in industries as a startup, but it could be proven to be possible using the 61499, okay? So what is the path for industrial digital transformation? So how to face the biggest engineering and consultancy companies in the world? So how to deal with the biggest clients in the world? We do it all the time, okay? So we know exactly what we're doing, and thanks to the 61499 that could make it happen to us. I will show to you now a full software-defined facility that we built in Brazil, running with the 61499 as the backend software. Here's the full architecture of our products. So we started with embedding the 61499 function blocks on some edge, but after some time, we could see that we could do a lot more things about that. So we have a full architecture that looks like a platform for services for industries. And this platform can cover an end-to-end solution that goes from data collection to taking decisions based on data. So as you can see here, uh, you can have the function blocks that we developed embedded on some industrial edge devices that we are producing now. And these industrial edges can be the whole controller or can be coupled with your PLC, your DCS system. It doesn't matter what you have, we can make it happen. Okay, so we have a lot of digital twin, data lake house, industrial advanced process control, real-time optimization, which brings a modern concept of IT into the automation world. Then here you can see the name of our products, that is Quab, Onar, Atiaia, Saripe, Xamã, and Arandu. Here's another view of the platform. It's for data-driven automation systems. So you have the 61499 runtime, which meets the operational requirements. So you can run it safely and real time on the edge. You can make plug and produce systems, okay? And it's all cloud native. Doesn't matter if you are running on premise, private or public cloud, the architecture is ready for it. And it's an easy management of complex and integrated data models to close the loop of industrial systems and support decision making. And this is all aligned with new generation of talents. I'm talking here about a team from 18 years old to 25, 26. So it's a new generation of talents that needs to be introduced in the market in the right way. And the right way is doing this digital transformation for industries, okay? So here's the first product, the Saripe, which is a data collector. Basically, we have the function blocks on 61499 assessing the control layer, the PLCs, and then we collect this data and generate a time series database. And you create a database for the client using their sensors, their events, whatever they have on their industry. And this is basically the integration of IT world with OT world. So you can monitor, you can store your data, and it's very, very scalable because it's based on IT concept of storing data, collecting data, which is more than proven around the world about its scalability. So we could do that using the 61499 together with IT technologies. As you can see here in the architecture, you can also collect all other sources of data, such as the data from the ERP, the MES, the CMMS, because further you're gonna need this data to take your decisions. So based on the data collected with Saripe, using the 61499, then you have the possibility to make data analytics for industries. So it's different when we say about doing data analytics for any kind of data than doing data analytics for industrial operations. So Quab is a software specifically to do data analytics to industrial operations. Some kinds of machine learning. It's all on pipelines on the cloud, which proves again the scalability of the software and the architecture ready for IT and OT integration. Then you can extract your data, transform your data, and generate intelligent KPIs. And always it's only possible because we are collecting the data with the Aimirim Edge running the 61499. Then we start having the possibility to take decisions with the data we are assessing. For example, you can see advanced process control and real-time optimization as a function block on 61499 that can be seen as a way of taking decisions with your data in real time. So we have a real-time execution running on the Aimirim edge. In this example, we have 4 edge devices connected to more than 15 PLCs, and this information is coming from drying cyclones, from products conditioning, heat exchanger, boilers, and then we are doing advanced process control, we are doing real-time optimization, different kinds of real-time optimization to bring a better performance to industrial processes. It's engineering runtime on the edge. This is very important to the client because we generate value with the technology and they can measure this value. This value comes from ESG, this value is economic value, this value comes from increasing the quality of the products. Some of the process the client has needs to be modeled before we take the decisions, because we have to check if the decision that the algorithm will bring back is a good decision, a feasible decision. Then we can model the process using 4DAC or EcoStruxure integrated with functional mockup interface. I'm talking here that we plugged Open Modelica to 61499 to model industrial processes and test technologies before plugging it into production. So a lot of machine learning, physical models, and simulate and get insights in real time. And the last product, which is the Shaman, once we have all this data coming from different systems, such as the ERP, the MAS, the CMMS, information coming from sensors, then we have a lot of data, and this data can be used for machine learning and generative AI, because we are managing the knowledge about manufacturing processes. So Shaman is your guide to better decisions. It's a recommendation system that fully gives you insight about your manufacturing, which in practice means that you are digitizing your lean manufacturing. Yes, we have the digital lean manufacturing for you right now. And of course, always running with 61499 on the edge. So you can see here a big overview of our full platform, which is called Tupana. And this platform has our products. So it's services for industry. And if you see an industry as utility sector, primary sector, product storage, supply chain, and manufacturing sector, plug it with all of our technologies, you have your full software-defined facility. And yes, it's running. Right now, we have this case running. So we are managing boilers, meters, drying cyclones, product conditioning, heat exchangers, product transportation, all in the client's DB, and also the manufacturing machines. In this specific case, we are running in a private cloud of the client, but it could be on-premise server, it could be a public cloud. The technology is ready for these different architectures you might want. But the 61499 allows us not only to go to one vertical of industries. So here I would like to show to you how cross-industry we can be using this kind of technology. So I have here a smart warehouse for soybeans, logistics, and control. We're integrating high-end industrial IoT sensors that we developed with 61499. So it's a fully cross-industry project. Here you can see our product, which is a Tiaya, which is a LiDAR that we built, certified, it's explosion proof, and this LiDAR collects the data of the stockpiles. Once the data from stockpiles are collected by the LiDAR, this sends the information to the cloud. And once this information is on the cloud, the information is sent to an edge device, which is plugged on the controlling tripper positioning. And this controlling on the tripper positioning is performing an advanced process control for a better logistics for the client. So in our opinion, it's like a brand new application of advanced process control plugged with a high performance IoT sensor that we developed, and all this enabled with the 61499. Another thing that is important is that this new standard, the 61499, allows something like a new ecosystem that new companies can relation with old companies and also with another new companies, and we can generate new kinds of business models and things like that. So I will show to you that to train our employees here at Aimirim, we have a test bed. And this test bed started with a maker concept. And after this maker concept, we have now the test bed with the UAO runtime embedded on it. So this is important to exploring new partnerships and new kind of partnerships. So this is the maker concept that we started. It's Tucandeira, the name of the test bed. So a lot of single board computers plugged with some temperature sensors to simulate a plant where we could test advanced process controls, where we could test real-time optimizations, where we can develop our technologies and train people, because it's a very important thing to train the new talents to these new technologies. And then we can see the portability, because we tested the portability from Freudiac IDE to EcoStruxure IDE. So the same projects running in different IDEs. And then we have the evolution. We have the Aimirim Edge device, where you can see on your left side. What we did, we built a full enclosure of Aimirim Edge device with an ASRock baseboard, and this was plugged to an OPC UA server running with UAO runtime, connecting to a field bus RS485, which is a field layer electronic heater. So this is a proof of concept validating our new edge device, which is the enabler when it's embedded with the 61499 for the new technologies for industrial transformation. So you can collect data, monitor your data, integrate IT with OT with these new technologies that we are bringing to the market. Another evolution that we could do, which is the full interoperability, where we tested our function blocks on the OPA concept, the open architecture for automation, where you can have advanced control at any level, hardware and platform agnostic, application portability, which meets the App Store concept, integration of data. So this was demonstrated on the ARC forum in February, but here you can see the view where we have an advanced process control at function block level from UAO build time to Freudiac IDE running with EcoStruxure. And recently, we could do the universal automation runtime perform on a test integrated with 4DX. So probably this must be a contribution that we can give to everybody here. And that's what I wanted to present to you. And I'm here if you have any questions to talk to you guys. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Renato. I come back to the stage. So you see on the bottom of the page the way to contact Renato if you have some more questions or if you wish to contact him. And I just saw in the comment that there was one of the questions. I will maybe highlight it, which is coming from Celso, which is how do you protect your IP, Renato, using the technology? Maybe you can describe that a bit more.
There are several ways that you can protect your IP. One is the copyright of the source code, and another one's industrial secret, and another one that you can protect is about a patent. So you have to check what you develop and how it fits on this different kind of protection. And we have different kinds of protection running our technology, but basically these three that I described to you.
Okay, great. I don't know if there are any other questions from the audience on this presentation. Really a great presentation, Renato. I see that you use a lot the 61499 for, let's say, more linking to IT, let's say, IT technologies. So is that why is that? Is that more because of the cases that you see, or?
Because when we build the platform, so there's a concept behind it. Usually you have a software for automation programming, but when you see about a platform of services, which you can see from cloud companies, which is a platform full of software as a service, then you bring the concept of giving a scale to your product. So how could you bring a scale to industrial products? So to bring a scale to industrial products, you have to bring the software as a service concept for industries. And how can you enable a software as a service for industries? So it's a bit different from IT because you have to communicate with machines and you have a standard for that. And the standard is the 61499. So everything starts when you embed 61499 on an edge device and communicate to machines. Then you are ready to bring data from facilities to a software as a service, for example. That's why we are doing this kind of architecture.
So from what you describe, I understand it's possible not only to, let's say, use the technology for greenfield application, but as well for brownfield, for machines or processes which are already existing and running for, let's say, a long time. If you want to update them and add some more capabilities like gathering data, you can basically use what you have developed. Is that correct?
Yes, you're right, because you can communicate with the PLCs, but you also can have your edge device as your new PLC. So both is possible with the technology. We are doing mostly the integration of an edge device with the PLCs to enable new technologies to a node technology.
Great. That sounds really great and very interesting. Let me check the chat to see if there are other questions in between from the audience. And so I don't see any question for now. So I think that Renato, you've been quite clear, and I thank you for that. So as said, you see on the bottom of the screen all the details to contact Renato. So don't hesitate to contact him if you have any other questions about the technology or about his company. I'm sure Renato is happy to support you and to help you with that. As of for me, I wish you a very good end of the day, and we'll see us soon with the third edition of the LinkedIn Live, and you will soon receive an invitation about it. So I thank you, and I wish you a nice day. Bye-bye.
Thank you very much. Thank you for your time. Bye-bye.
Bye.